Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. What a day here on the Jasmy price set, because Jasmy is literally leading the market. You could see earlier today that so many tokens were in the red except for Jasmy, which was leading the market by something like 8%. So that was amazing, really. But we want to take a look at the price set one more time to see whether we are going to finally break this resistance here. So our resistance levels are starting at 0.0042 all the way up to something like 0.0044, or we could say 0.0045, right? Just to be on the safe side here. And our support levels, as we already determined, that's something like 0.0036 all the way down to something like 0.033, right? Once we still maintain this higher low that we have right here, I think we have an opportunity to go ahead and even go to higher price targets. So the big question obviously is, yes, we have gotten back to resistance levels, but are there any indications that we are going to finally break this resistance and go all the way to something like $0.008 per Jasmy, which is like the other main resistance? You can see that the Jasmy price study has been stuck under this downward sloping resistance here, and we seem to be breaking above it, but not yet confirmed because we don't have a daily closure above that line. But why is this even significant? Well, it's significant in such a way that, in technical analysis, the more you pound on a resistance or support level, it's actually the more likely you are to break above it. So this downward sloping resistance, if it's broken, I mean, it's a break of trend, right? So what we would need is a back test of this trend line and continue to the upside. We haven't hit that just yet, but it's something that is important to mention in my own opinion. Otherwise, the most important resistance here is the horizontal resistance that we have at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and show you another price set here, still the Jasmy price set, but a different setup that I have on a different portal. So I've been showing you this specific price set for months, and it is amazing price targets, obviously, but that's not what we are focusing on today. We want to focus on the RSI here. As you remember, or if you're watching for the first time, really, the thing with the Jasmy price set is if you are in a bearish stance, you usually get rejected right around 55 all the way up to something like 62, right? So you can see with recent rejections here, that's exactly the same zone we were rejected, right? Look at this here and this one here. You can also see right around these levels. That's something like 23 February 2022, 2023, sorry. You get a massive rejection on the price set as well. You get another rejection here on the RSI, another rejection here, and also another rejection here. So you can tell that here, this area is actually a fingernail biting moment, at least for me, really, because I can see that these areas on the RSI has come with like big rejections on the price set. So, I mean, fingers crossed we have something different happening right here, but this is one of the challenges that we face on the Jasmy price set. But on the flip side, we also have something that is amazing, because we were also noting that when we are in a bullish stance, you usually get supported right around something like 35 to 40, and you can see that we had a good response in the recent drop that we have, right? We didn't dip below that level. We were supported right there. So the next condition that we want to satisfy here is to have a break and close above 60.62, though about on a daily time frame actually. So that will be indicating that, maybe finally we are coming for that $0.044 per Jasmy, and that could lead us to our next big resistance at $0.008 per Jasmy. Aside from the RSI, another optimistic indication that we have here is with the 50 daily moving average. I went on to show you in the last videos how this has been an area of rejection for the Jasmy price time and again, and after these rejections, I mean, there has been like a lot of momentum to the downside on the price set here. So you can see even here, we had something like that, a rejection off of that 50 daily moving average here, another rejection as well. And these are really, really powerful rejections, let me tell you that. So it was a worry when we were down below it, right? You can see that here we are still being rejected. We were being rejected, to be honest. And with this daily candle that we had today, we have managed to break above it. We haven't yet had a daily candle closure above that level, but it would really be nice if we continue going higher, set maybe even 2-3 daily candles above this 50 daily moving average. I think the Jasmy price that can breathe a little bit here, because you can just see how this level is really, really reactionary, right? I even didn't show you this level as well. Here you can see that we're rejected one more time here. Basically, when we are on the south side of this moving average here, things are not pretty good for the Jasmy price. So getting above it will be something that I take like optimistically. I think this is something that is amazing, and we could also have like a bit more juice to break above our resistance. Now, if you would go to a lower time frame and pull up your favorite retracement to here from the very bottom to the top that we had here, you can see that we have a bounce right at the 0.618 retracement level, which is really, really amazing. But this usually happens when you've got an ABC correction from an Elliott wave count. So, I mean, really, can we find Elliott wave counts from this, setup that we have here? We could go ahead and do something like this here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your fifth wave here. So that's, basically leg 1, right? And then you go for your second leg, which is an A, B, C correction. So that's the C correction that we have, ABC correction that we have. Now, according to Elliott wave theory, basically this is just one wave and the second wave. So this is just two waves. Right now, you would be expecting a third wave to show up right here. And in that third wave, you could be expecting maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. But this wave actually is usually the most exciting one. So you could expect some fireworks really to happen when we break that resistance. It's something like $0.044 per Jasmy, as I already mentioned. But I mean, this is just another approach that you can take here, that you give the first wave, the second one, and then you are looking for the third one, which is really usually the most exciting. So the bottom line, in my own opinion, is yes, the price that is looking positive, but the reality is we are still below that resistance. We need to break that resistance at something like $0.044, as I've already mentioned. The indicators are indicating that we are in a good bullish stance to do that, and fingers crossed we'll be able to do that. I also wanted to show you this optimistic price set of Jasmy versus Bitcoin on a weekly time frame, and you can see that we have something like a falling wedge here, which is optimistic, 66% success rate to go ahead and reach the price target. And you can see with the indicators here, we can see price going to the downside here, but you can see some bullish divergence on the RSI against Bitcoin. And when you take a look at the stochastic RSI here, we are really at the floor, meaning that there is actually limited downward momentum here. So Jasmy could actually be outperforming Bitcoin in the coming weeks or months. We have to see. We'll keep monitoring this structure here. But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then if you could, please subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.